Hi class. So last Thursday, we started working with something called a kernel essay. And just to recap, a kernel essay is something that starts out really small, kind of like a little popcorn kernel, and then it actually grows into something bigger. So what you're going to be doing today is very similar. We're going to be writing a kernel essay using a different text structure. And it's good to think about these text structures as ways to make your writing more interesting and engaging. Often, when students start to write an essay, they can, maybe just write whatever comes to their mind, which is great and an important technique. But if you're not structuring it, you're not working your writing into something that is more coherent and together. So, we're going to be working on that together today. And it's also a fast way to write. You don't have to write too much. And then if you decide to work with it, you can expand it and make it bigger. So let's get started. So today our topic is going to be called exploring a moment. And what you're going to be thinking of is a memory that is important to you. So it could be an experience you've had, it could be like a really happy or exciting and emotional day. It could be an experience you've had, for example, traveling to a new country or going on a trip. Just a memory that is important to you, whether it's happy, sad, or otherwise, and really exploring that moment, not just writing what happened, but thinking about all of the details. So what you're going to do here is you are going to, I'm all over the place, you guys. So what you're going to do in this first slide is you are going to just really briefly write out a summary of your memory. So I may write an example, and I'm going to write about going to Korea because I did live there for 2 years and it was really important to me. So my brief summary might be, I went to Korea to teach English for 2 years. And why is it important to me? It changed my life and taught me independence. So you don't have to get too detailed yet. So first you're just putting in your topic. Then if you take a look at the structure, here is how each quick write is going to go. You're going to do 5 quick writes today. Remember, a quick write can be really short. It does not have to be super long. So your part 1 is going to be, where were you, right, when this memory started, the moment it started. And I'm going to model all of this out so that you understand what the prompts are asking for. The next moment, the final moment, and finally, how has this memory impacted your life? What lessons did you learn, and why should your reader care? So I'm going to do the quick write for part 1 and part 2 so that you guys have an idea of what it is that this text structure is looking for. So part 1 is, where were you as your memory began? So this is going to sound kind of crazy, but I actually got the idea to teach in Korea from Facebook. So I have a really strong memory of like lying on the couch, and I had just quit a different job and I was looking for new work, and I literally saw a Facebook ad for teaching in Korea and I clicked on it. So that's what comes to my mind. So I'm going to write about that a little bit. So I'm going to think about the details, the 5 senses, the who, the what was I listening to, what was I seeing. I'm just going to try to describe it as much as I can. So I'm going to say it was a quiet evening on the couch. I was definitely lying on my couch. It was a quiet evening on the couch. I had my laptop open and I was surfing. Surfing in English is just an idiom that can mean like you're looking at the internet, and I was surfing Facebook. In between looking at different notifications, an ad popped up on my feed. The ad featured a passport and it said, teach in Korea. I was tired but interested. Yep. So think about whenever your memory started, where did it start exactly, right? So that's what you're going to write about. So where were you? The moment it started, So I would say me clicking on the ad, right? Because that's how I got interested in moving to Korea. I clicked on the ad and immediately read some descriptions of people having fun in Korea while also learning to teach. Okay, but maybe I want to write too about like deciding. So at first I thought it was a scam or a cheat. This couldn't really be true. And wouldn't it be bad to leave my family behind and go to a different country? But I kept thinking over and over about the ad. Okay, so again, this is just me like putting out whatever comes to my mind, and you are not talking in general, right? You're talking about exactly where your moment happened. And so then you're just going to do, okay, so what happened then, right? What happened next? I would probably talk about doing my research and making the decision. And the final moment would be like getting on the plane and finally landing and starting my new life with culture shock, right? And finally, how has the memory impacted you or changed you? So for me, it completely changed my career. I didn't know I wanted to be a teacher, and I just kind of randomly saw this ad, and then I traveled there, and it kind of changed my life. Like I had this experience traveling, but it also showed me what I wanted to do with my life, which is crazy to think about it being from a Facebook ad. So you're going to do all of your quick writes. You're going to put them together and then like read your essay as a group. And finally, there's some reflection questions. So the same reflection question as the truism essay, which is, would you write more about this topic? And also, which do you prefer? So you could go back and look at your truism essay and think, which one do I like more? You're going to be picking one of them to explore and write a more detailed composition for this class. So please, as always, let me know if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with for your Kernel essay.